Hello everyone and welcome back to Kitten Space Agency, where I'm picking up from one of my saved states. This is my launch location in Brazil, as it were, if you will. We are here. I had landed this lander right there. It might not be Brazil. It might be pretty close to Kourou, actually. But anyway, we'll figure that out at some point. But what I wanted to do was something silly. We are going to change this. So going into the editor. And what I want to do is figure out if we can use these little SRBs to launch to orbit. Now, this would not be a thing you would want to do in Kerbal Space Program, though I'm sure people tried, at least in stock, because it would take a lot of SRBs, and of course that's a lot of part count, and then it would all be very inadvisable. But we don't have to worry about the part count thing, right? So we can just slap a whole bunch of SRBs on, little SRBs, the Sepatrons, and see. I will go with the largest one available. Though this one has too low a vacuum ISP, I feel like 251 compared to these 262. I'd rather go with the 262s. Also, these look like the traditional ones anyway. But there is a step up here in terms of the little Sepatrons. But these are pretty big already, right? I mean, let's see. What does that give us? Let's say 6 of them. Well, that says 3 kilometers per second, so that's already a pretty good stage. Maybe this isn't going to be so difficult. Now I'm going to put a structural element in the middle so that we can attach things, and I'll just clip them in like that. And yeah, let's see, structural. They don't have a round one. They have this. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. This problem is going to be a problem. uh, okay. All right. Well, for some reason that didn't reduce the delta V, even though these should have some mass, right? Or maybe not. Maybe they don't have mass. So, okay. Then we need a decoupler. No, that is fine, I guess. More structural parts. So there's a 5.1 thrust to weight ratio with these. So that's special. 8x is still the highest. We probably want more than 6 this time. Don't be afraid. I know this. Okay, I know this is rough, but okay, that only gets us 2, which is suboptimal, right? We want about 2,600 per stage. But, you know, we could swing it. I mean, that's still a huge thrust weight ratio. It looks like we're gonna pretty consistently get 5, I think, is the idea. Maybe the key is to scale these. I mean, they have no mass that I know of anyway. Yeah, this is all 3. Even though I'm pulling on the X, or the red one, it's scaling all 3 dimensions, not just one. So, well, but that's what I want anyway, basically. But that's interesting, because that's not what it's sort of indicating. It's hard to get these attached right, though. Control is a whole other turkey. We don't need more in the X direction, we need more in the Y and Z, though. Oh, apparently there's a maximum scale. Okay, we're at the maximum for scaling these. All right. So that exists. There is a maximum scale. Okay, I believe we've got a proper stage of 18 there, but the next stages are going to be difficult. Well, starting off with 18 like this makes sense. No, I don't want 36. You guys separate. Separate! How do I tell these to be in the next stage? I don't want them to be in the same stage as these. I don't want to pick them up one at a time. I think it's gonna make me pick them up one at a time. Can I select with shift? Can I make a box? No. Okay, that looks like 18 there. That's not a whole lot of delta V though. So, how are we going to arrange this really? I think I'm going to put Sepatrons on my Sepatrons. But then, yeah, symmetry would have been nice in that case. Well, maybe I should just put them on again. It's too much trouble like this. That's fine. Now I want Sepatrons on my Sepatrons. Yeah, something like that. But it needs to be neater. It does have quite a pause right now when I change the multiplication factor. Oh, I guess if they're in there, that's not the worst thing. But now these are a little bit problematic, aren't they? Well, that moves the other ones out. I mean, this arrangement right now is fine. Oh, it's still, even when it's none, it'll multiply them like that, so that's fine. Not as much delta V as I would like. 30 of them. But it's okay amounts of delta V. We need another stage though. Oh shoot, that actually went in there. That's probably not where I want the decoupler. Oh, because I rescaled the girder segment, its node is still in the wrong place. Good thing I don't have to worry about wobbly rockets, huh? Uh-oh, I did not mean to pick that up. Uh-oh, now they're all firing at the same time. Okay, well, we'll have to redo this. Well, this is the largest I can scale this. So probably the thing to do is have more than one of them. There are definite things to be worked out here in the VAB, or, you know, editor mode in the debug menu that isn't ready for prime time yet. Okay, well, that looks legit. Can we attach enough of these boosters onto that structure? Okay, well, this is complicated because of the way the multiplication is working. Just attaching, there's a lot of lag here. Just trying to get it on there. Well, that's a bunch of them. I don't think there are any clipping. Well, there's some clipping. I don't know exactly how they're attached. Here. Maybe we can... So, I don't think there's any way I can get it so that they're not clipping. Let's see, can I rotate? Well, at least that's somewhat neater, I guess. 8.5 kilometers per second. It's not bad. Look at that thing. That's perfect, really. Let's see if we can put some more on. Maybe if I turned inherit off, I could do this neater. Don't ask me how many parts this is. It's not as much. It's not 1,000, so it's not a record breaker even for me. But it's got to be a whole lot of plumes. Well, that's 9 kilometers per second. I don't want it to be too obvious. Don't want it to be too obvious whether this is going to work or not. We're probably short a bit, but then our thrust weight ratio is quite high. Oh, and it's got all of them in this. Oh, shoot. No, not again. Oh, no, you weren't supposed to go in the same slot. Is there any way I can just select some? It looks like that's all of those. So now it reads 9.28 kilometers per second. Editor. save this. I mean, I think we should save this, don't you? Let's exit editor and see what happens. Oh, it is just a lot of hesitation about this. You can tell that the sim isn't happy with this particular idea. Whatever else might be the case. I don't know if we can show frame rate on here. Frame statistics, let's see. Oh, I don't know what where did that end up? We have no electricity though. I don't know if we need electricity. I could put batteries if we need it, but let's see. That delta V does not look like it's the same as what was advertised. Let's find out. Oh, here it says 9.91 kilometers per second. So, oh, this delta V is just the highlighted one. But here it says 9.9. Okay. I want this stage. There's no way to tell this delta V thing that we should be focusing on this stage, apparently. I think we're going to have a staging problem on account of the fact that it's got to try and light the upper stage. How do I tell it which stage to be on? Because I think it's going to light that stage. And that's because I previously had this craft, right? And that craft had already gone through the first few stages. Well, the profiler knows something. The profiler says 6 FPS right now. So these Sepatrons are special parts. Okay, well, I mean, I can try igniting it, but it's probably gonna be bad. No active engines. Yeah, because it's already been through. We need to... Well, we could say launch existing vehicle. Oh, here, launch existing vehicle. Oh, it gives... Well, I've discovered something new. Okay. Vehicle... Say vehicle name, launch body. It says we can start at Launch Complex 39A. Well, that's news to me. Oh, let's fill all seats, I guess. Fill seats? Okay, well... Oh, okay. We can do this now. But... This is 39A. But, okay, so we have a launch pad. We can do this. And it's starting on the first stage. But, man... Okay, what's that profiler say? 6, 7 FPS. I've got i5 12600K, and I've got 64 gigabytes of RAM, and I've got an RTX 4070. So that's how it is. Right, well, let's go. Uh-oh. Come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. It's the physics is just really slow right now. So, my previous glowing assessment of it with the lag does not seem to be the case when using Sepatrons. Sepatrons are bad for lag, apparently. Little RCS at the top I'm trying to use to help turn. But now this is very traditional Kerbal performance right here. Feel like our roll rate is increasing. Is that one the roll, or yeah, that's the roll rate, yeah. Guess we're spin stabilizing in a way. This launch is gonna take longer than I expected. Our speed is quite high. I mean, we were at 275 meters per second, but we're only at 1,000 meters. in altitude. And that's, we have a thrust weight ratio of 4, so, you know, that would make sense. I guess I just have to wait a bit. Once we dump these, we should get better performance, right? Right? How is the performance? Profiler? Still 6-7-ish. But that's per frame. But we know that the physics frames are going real slow right now. Otherwise, this would be a much more exciting launch. It seems like the little SRBs, the little Separatrons, have a thrust curve to them, because now we only have a thrust weight ratio of 2. I didn't expect Separatrons to also have a thrust curve. But it's probably for the best. We are technically past... Well, no, we're not past the speed of sound, because we're not as high as I normally am when I say that. A little bit more and we'll be past the speed of sound. I'm interested why it says here ISP 191 now. That's still on VAC. That says a thrust weight ratio of 3.1. Sure seems like all the numbers are wrong right there. Hunter and Banjo are not bothered. We do not apparently have Kerbal-like expressions of alarm. We are getting past the clouds, or at least that layer. Our roll rate is off the chart high. Now, it's not just the high thrust weight ratio that causes the physics lag, clearly, because it was already this way on the ground. We are definitely past the speed of sound now. Well, they probably should make the sim speed red or something, or give some indication when it's being slowed down. Of course, you can tell by the fact that the seconds are not ticking for quite a few seconds. What is the ratio here? I think we're like at 18 seconds to a second. I was just counting in my head. I wasn't looking at another clock. Well, maybe that one was more like 12 though. Still, pretty severe. Well, the rocket's deviating quite a lot from prograde now. We've only got the little RCS thrusters to try and hold it. Aside from our spin stabilization, which admittedly doesn't feel like it's doing a whole lot to me. Overall, I feel like the spin stabilization is definitely a good thing, though. The kittens don't seem to mind. We have reached 10 kilometers. Feel like the kittens could probably climb faster than this. Just for you know, KSA is using about 30% of my CPU. OBS is using another 10. Overall, my CPU is being utilized at around 60-ish%. That's according to Task Manager. But hopefully we'll get a reprieve soon as this stage runs out. Okay. Well, let's dump them. I mean, should we coast a little bit maybe? Feel like it's better to just power through. Let's see. Okay, off they go. Oh, the spin, because, oh, right, because we have better frame rate now, the spin is going to be a little bit harder to handle. Okay, so what is it? 14 to 15 frames per second. That's the CPU. That's the GPU doing something. I would really like it to stop the roll. If we could manage that, that would be super. Oh, we're going quite askew. I don't think we're gonna have enough to make orbit. No, I don't really want to be pointed down. Okay. Let's not ignite them yet. Let me separate. Oh, 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 now we're really spinning. Okay. Can I stop that? Anything? I don't think the RCS was super powerful to stop the roll before. Uh-oh, I think I'm out of the RCS. Shoot. Now I get to know that. Right, well... unfortunately, considering the time it took just to get through the first stage, I don't think I can try again just yet. But we're not gonna make it to orbit. It's gonna be fun to see this try and do these two stages, though. It's amazing we got this far, actually. Can it sort of trend in the right direction at all? Alright, well, whatever. Let's just go fast. Well, these seem to have some control, I guess. But also they want to roll. Alright, last set. It still doesn't feel like a thrust weight ratio of 7 right now, but let's see, how are we doing? 60 FPS now, so basically the most we are asking out of it. Boy, that didn't give us as much as I thought, even. I mean, because these were supposed to give us like 3 kilometers per second. I thought we were going faster, but I guess it boosted us up more because of our angle, our pitch. Also, some of it was unusable, which is interesting. So I wonder if the delta V calculation takes that into consideration. So alright, we've learned a few things, and one sort of dismal surprise was the fact that it gets really low performance when I have a whole bunch of Separatrons, which it did not seem to have a problem with when I was using other parts in great number. So engines seem to be fine. These Separatrons seem to kill it quite a lot. So that's surprising. Or something going on with this was definitely causing a problem. But we also, or I also learned, maybe you already knew, the launch existing vessel option is an option. And we can pick from a variety of locations here. Interesting, they picked those locations as opposed to some other ones. But we have those, and then we can pick our vehicle name here. So if I decide Saturn V at there, you can just yeah, without any kittens. Oh, this is not the one. Ooh. Well, that looks more like my Saturn V, but can we get rid of that? Alright. Anyway, I'm not going to launch it right now, but you get the picture. So, we have that. I decided to move my resource window too. So, I will try once again with the Separatron rocket once I have time, but I have to budget the time for the really long first stage. So, I'll try that at some point. Maybe you folks will try it before me. With that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. And I'll see you next time.